Hello everyone, welcome to Advanced Knowledge Systems and a warm welcome to AKSIS Academy, which is one of the premier institutions and it offers examination coaching for UPSC, CSC, State Public Service Commission, SSC Combined Graduate Level and CLAT examinations. And about me, I'm Sandeep Bhushan Thumala and I take up the analysis of the Hindu newspaper that is of today's of 11th of May 2021. And throughout my session, I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases from the Hindu newspaper, wherein we will try to identify the factual, analytical and conceptual questions which will be critical for UPSC prelims perspective. And while you get into the mode of imbibing the keywords and the key phrases for your answer writing for the mains examination, your answers would be precise and concise and thereby you would score higher marks in the mains and prelims examination. So therefore, this session at AKSIS Academy will certainly help you to crack both prelims as well as mains of 2021. And before we get into the DNA of the newspaper, we would be focusing at the quote of the day, and the quote of the day says that once you replace negative thoughts within positive ones, you will start having the positive results. So what is important is stay positive, think positive, and thereby you keep away or replace all the negative thoughts from the positive ones so that you will have only the positive results. And now we'll look at the DNA of the newspaper, and here we will be focusing in regards to the vaccine production, because we have seen that since almost a couple of weeks, that is 2 weeks, since a fortnight, India is reeling under lot of pressure in regards to the vaccination drive, that is the immunization drive. And in regards to this, the center has informed the Supreme Court in regards to the production capacity of the COVID-19 vaccine, and the center has informed the Supreme Court saying that it has gradually ramped up the immunization drive, which is very much required, that we should make sure that we have to contain the spread of the COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2 virus. And in regards to that, the center has informed the Supreme Court about the immunization drive, which it is gradually ramping up, and the vaccination drive is devised as an executive policy. So this is the information said by the center to the Supreme Court, that the vaccination drive is an executive policy. Please do understand here that we are getting into the mode of executive versus judiciary. So here the center is saying or informing the Supreme Court that the vaccination drive is an executive policy, and it is by the wisdom of the executive, and the wisdom of the executive has to be trusted. It is the mention of the center to the Supreme Court, and it says that at the time or during the time of the grave and unprecedented crisis, that is the COVID-19 crisis, the executive functioning of the government needs discretion to formulate policy in the larger interest of the people or to the citizens of India. So definitely there is a statement which is loud and clear made by the center informing the Supreme Court in regards to the vaccination drive, which is an executive policy, and the executive functioning has to it should need a discretionary to formulate a policy, that which is the vaccination drive is an executive policy in the larger interest of the people of India. And it also spoke about the ramping of the vaccines, and it is talking about the Serum Institute of India, Bharat Biotech and the Russian Sputnik V. And it says that this Serum Institute of India has ramped up the production from 5 crores doses per month to 6.5 crores. So definitely there is a ramping of the vaccination or the production of the vaccination, and in turn the immunization drive or the vaccination drive, which is an executive policy, has to be given a discretion of the executive policy. And the Bharat Biotech has also hiked the production from 90 lakh a month to 2 crore. And the Russian Sputnik V is also increasing the production from 30 lakh to 1.2 crore. And definitely they will increase their production from now onwards, from the month of May till July 2021, there would be a ramping up of the production of the vaccination. So definitely the center has informed to the Supreme Court saying that the vaccination or the immunization drive is an executive policy, and the executive functioning of the governments has to have a discretionary powers to formulate the policy in the interest of, or the largest interest of, the population. So here the point or the action what we need to focus is the vaccination production, especially from the Serum Institute of India, Bharat Biotech, and the Sputnik 5, which is the Russian. And there is another news in regards to the PMGKAY, that is in regards to the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. And in regards to this, the center has come up with distributing the food grains which it has promised under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. And it says that out of the 40 lakh tons of free food grains which it has promised under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, for the month of May it would distribute 1 lakh tons. And so far it has distributed 1 lakh ton, and out of the 40 lakh tons which the center has gone ahead with promising, providing or giving the free food grains under PMGKAY. And in the first 10 days, the center has reached 2.03 crore out of the entire 80 crore beneficiaries. That means under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, the government or the center has identified 80 crore beneficiaries, and out of the 80 crore beneficiaries, 2.03 crore beneficiaries have reached the free food grains, that is which is of 1 lakh ton so far in the first 10 days, that is in the month of the May, that is from May 1st to May 10th of 2021, as promised by the central government that it would distribute free food grains of 40 lakh tons under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. So this scheme is crucial for prelims perspective, that how or the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana targets 80 crore beneficiaries, and the states have already started distributing the 5 kg free rice and wheat. And out of this, the states which have been part of the distribution of free rice and wheat of 5 kgs are Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tripura and Uttarakhand have been the states which have already started the distribution of free 5 kg rice and wheat under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, which identified 80 crore beneficiaries, and till now it has reached 2.03 crore beneficiaries, and 1 lakh ton has been distributed so far from May 1st to May 10th of 2021. And the center, in regards to providing or the free food grains of 5 kgs rice and wheat, it is now the center is also selling the food grain stock at discounted rates to the NGO and to the state government. So definitely the center has come forward in selling the food grain stock to the NGOs and the state governments at a discounted rate who have the state ration cards. In regards to the center going ahead with providing the 5 kg food grains of rice and wheat under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, but still there are concerns which are raised from the food activists, and the Right to Food activists have filed an intervention application in the Supreme Court, that is the Supreme Court suo motu case on the migrant workers. That means the Supreme Court has taken up the case of suo motu in regards to the migrant workers, and based on that, the Right to Food activists have filed an intervention application in the Supreme Court that they are seeking a resumption of the last year's, that is 2020 scheme, that the scheme which it has provided, the center which has provided in the year 2020 to the migrant workers, that was to give the free food grains to those who do not have the ration cards also. Definitely now the food activists which have filed an intervention application in the Supreme Court are seeking the last year's, that is 2020 scheme for the migrant workers to provide free food grains to the one who do not have the ration cards. Please do understand here, the right or the food activists are also now seeking the center to provide the free food grains to the one who do not carry or do not possess the ration card. And the food activists are also seeking that a payment of minimum wages as the cash transfers and the transport facilities should be provided to the migrant workers, which it has done in the year 2020 when the national lockdown was pronounced in the year or in the March 2020. So definitely this is the understanding which we need to focus, that what the center has come up in providing the free food grain of 5 kgs of rice and wheat under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. The scheme what you need to focus is PMGKAY. And now we will focus at the another news, which is in regards to the country which is going ahead or which is facing an emergency in regards to the medical supplies. And when the country is in the midst of the emergency medical supplies, we have gone ahead with having, or the country has arrived 3 naval ships which it has brought the medical supplies, and this is the one of the single largest consignments of emergency medical supplies from abroad which India has now accepted, or the entire medical supplies have launched or it has landed in India. And it is the India's Navy landing ships or the ship tanks have brought the emergency medical supplies to India. So if you look at the 3 Indian ship tanks which has brought the emergency medical supplies from abroad, or INS Airavat, INS Trikhand and INS Kolkata. So these are the 3 ships which are part of the 9 ships which have been deployed by the government or the Indian Navy for COVID relief operation as part of the Samudra Setu 2 for shipment. So this is the operation, relief operation. So this is the relief operation. Which is the relief operation? It is Samudra Setu 2 operation, which is of the COVID relief operation 2. And the INS Airavat, INS Trikhand, INS Kolkata have arrived India. And if we look at the INS Airavat has arrived at Visakhapatnam from Singapore, INS Trikhand has arrived at Mumbai, INS Kolkata has arrived at New Mangalore, and these 3 ship tanks which have arrived, which has carried the cryogenic oxygen tanks and which has also had oxygen filled containers as part of the operation of Samudra Setu 2, which are from the Singapore, West Asia and Persian Gulf. That is, from Singapore we had, or in total it is from Persian Gulf and Southeast Asian, which the 3 ship tanks INS Airavat, INS Trikhand, INS Kolkata, which has arrived respectively in the dockyard or the ports in Visakhapatnam, Mumbai and New Mangalore, which have brought in the COVID relief operations, that is the emergency medical supplies as part of the Samudra Setu 2 from Persian Gulf and Southeast Asia. So these are the keywords which you need to focus from prelims perspective in regards to the operation Samudra Setu 2 and the ship tanks INS Airavat, INS Trikhand, INS Kolkata, which has landed in respectively Visakhapatnam, Mumbai and New Mangalore from Persian Gulf and Southeast Asian countries. So this is as part of the operation Samudra Setu 2. And if you focus again particularly about the 3 ship tanks out of the 9, the INS Airavat, the ship has comprised of oxygen cylinders which are empty and also filled, oxygen concentrators, rapid antigen test kits and the PPE kits. And now if you focus from INS Trikhand, which has arrived in Mumbai, has the liquid oxygen, And this liquid oxygen consignment, which is part of the INS Tricard, is of the French mission. This is again keyword which you need to focus for prelims perspective, that which among the following ship tanks are the part of the French mission, which is called as Oxygen Solidarity Bridge, that is INS Tricard. So INS Tricard, which has arrived in Mumbai, which had the 40 metric ton of liquid oxygen, is part of the French mission, which is Oxygen Solidarity Bridge, which has supported India to fight against the COVID-19. And the third one is INS Kolkata, which has arrived at the New Mangalore port, has the 27 million ton oxygen filled containers and oxygen cylinders, oxygen concentrators from the Persian Gulf, that is from Qatar and Kuwait. And in addition to these three, that is INS Airawat, INS Tricard and INS Kolkata, we have also received the medical emergency supplies from various countries such as Egypt, Spain and UK. And we have also had these oxygen concentrators, ventilators and the medical equipment which have been part of the medical emergency supplies from Egypt, Spain and UK. So definitely here, if you focus, it is in regards to the keyword is the Operation Samudra Setu 2, the ship tanks INS Airawat, INS Tricard, INS Kolkata, which has arrived at the dockyard of the ports of Visakhapatnam, Mumbai and New Mangalore from Persian Gulf and East Asian countries. We have got the oxygen filled containers, cryogenic oxygen tanks and the emergency medical supplies. And now there is another news in regards to the what center has wanting the judiciary to have, or the center is seeking a free hand in the COVID-19 management, and which has want the judiciary to keep away or to keep aloof. So here there is definitely, once again we are focusing in regards to the center or executive versus judiciary. Executive versus judiciary. So the center, that is the government, has filed an affidavit of 218 page in the Supreme Court on May 9th, and the center wants the judiciary to keep its hand off, or it wanted this judiciary to be aloof, especially in regards to the management of the COVID-19 crisis, which is in regards to the second or third waves or the surge in the COVID-19 cases. So definitely the affidavit filed by the center in the Supreme Court is informing the judiciary that even though the center is duty bound to fully assist the Supreme Court, please do understand, the center which has filed the affidavit in the Supreme Court wants this judiciary to keep itself aloof or hands off, especially in regards to the management of the COVID-19 cases. But it also says that the center is duty bound to fully assist the Supreme Court or the High Courts, but the center wants the policy, the strategy and various steps which are taken by the executive, that is by the center, which are the policy, strategy and the steps taken based on the expert medical and scientific advice, should be appreciated in regards to the medical crisis or in regards to the COVID-19 crisis, is especially in regards to the second wave and the cases which are surging, especially the COVID-19 pandemic cases. So definitely the center is saying the policy, strategy and the steps taken by the executive need to be appreciated because it is based on the medical and scientific advice, and this judiciary has to keep itself hands off from the management of the COVID-19 crisis, because it says that the center is, even though it is duty bound to fully assist the Supreme Court and the High Courts, but still the policy is the one which is in regards to the executive policy, and the center says that the decisions were taken based on the detailed deliberations at a highest executive level, and therefore the judiciary should not have any interference, and therefore it has called for judicial proceedings. And in turn, if you look at the center has made a very strong message asking the courts, that is to the Supreme Court and to the High Courts, to leave it open for the central government in regards to the discharge of its function, in regards to the COVID-19 management, that is in regards to the waves or the surge of the cases, in regards to the larger interest of the people. But in response to the center to the judiciary, the Justice D.Y. Chandrachud has made a point saying that courts have refused to maintain, to act or to remain as a mute spectator to a national calamity which is surging in India, but in turn the courts would come together and work with the government to help the center to ease the pain of people, that is to ease the national calamity. Therefore, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, as a part of the court, has refused to remain as a mute spectator, but it would wish to come together, help together, coordinate with the government to help the center to ease the pain of people, even though the center has asked the judiciary to keep its hand off or aloof in the management of COVID-19 crisis, but still the court has refused to remain as a mute spectator to the national calamity, but in turn it would wish to coordinate and come together with the government and help to ease the pain of the people, which is the larger interest of the people. So here we can categorically say it is the executive versus judiciary. And now we will look at the another news which is in regards to the economy, which the SEBI, that is Security and Exchange Board of India, on May 10th, 2021 has issued a circular which it has come up with a report, or which it has come up with the new norms in regards to the disclosure on sustainability, that is coming up with the sustainable reporting norms, that is SRN. So SRN is the new circular which has been issued by the Securities and Exchange Board of India, which mandates environment, social and governance overseas. So definitely the SEBI has come up with a circular notifying the new disclosure norms on sustainability related, especially in regards to the top 1000 listed companies. And this reporting which has been issued a circular which has been notified by the SEBI, that is the regulatory agency Securities and Exchange Board of India, is under a new business responsibility and sustainability report, that is BRSR format. So the new disclosure norms on sustainability would be based on the BRSR format. So what is BRSR format? It is Business Responsibility and Sustainability Report, and this decision was taken by the SEBI in its board meeting on March 25, and in turn on May 10th, 2021 it has issued a circular notifying a new disclosure norms on sustainability that is called as a new format, which is BRSR, that is Business Responsibility and Sustainable Report. And this BRSR is definitely it is different from the existing business responsibility report, and it is at par with the financial report which is now existing. So definitely it is a sustainability report which is at par, or which is very different from the financial report which is now existing. So definitely it is a notable departure from the existing business responsibility report, and it would be based on the BRSR format, that is Business Responsibility and Sustainability Report, which the board has decided on March 25th, but it has issued a circular notifying the new disclosure norms on May 10th. So who has done it? It is the regulator. It is the SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India, has gone ahead with issuing a new format, that is BRSR format, that is Business Responsibility and Sustainability Report, which is at par with financial report which is existing now. And now if you look at the BRSR format, as per the new BRSR format, the companies will now need to provide the material environment, social and governance risk and opportunities and approaches so that it can lessen or adopt to the risk along with the financial implications. So here we are talking about environment, social and governance. So this is what the headlines talks about. SEBI's responsibility reporting norms mandate ESG overview. So what is ESG? So as per the SEBI's new BRSR format, now the companies will need to provide an overall material of environment, social and governance risk and opportunities and approaches to lessen, mitigate and adopt to the risk of the financial implications. And this social related disclosure, when we are talking about, it will cover the workforce, value chain, communities and consumers. Please do understand this. This could be part of your prelims as well as mains understanding, because which among the following will not cover the social related disclosure as per the SEBI's new BRSR format. So social related will cover workforce, value chain, communities and consumers, and the social related is as per the ESG overview, that is environment, social and governance risk and opportunities. And when we talk about the companies, these companies will also not just provide an overview of the ESG, but it should also disclose the gender and social diversity of employees, which includes the disabled employees and workers, occupational health. It should also include the occupational health and safety and training. So definitely it is in regards to the health, occupational health, safety, trainings of the workers, especially in regards to the gender, social diversity, and also for various measures including the disabled or differently abled employees. And now when we focus in regards to the community front, because when we are talking about socially related, it is in regards to the workforce, value chain and communities and consumers. So now we'll focus on the communities front. So when we are focusing on the communities front, as per the BRSR format, the companies need to make disclosures on the social impact assessment, SIA, and it should also make disclosure in regards to the rehabilitation and resettlement, and also make disclosure in regards to the CSR, that is corporate social responsibility. So we have three keywords here which are part of the BRSR, which are from the community front, that which the companies have to make disclosures are in regards to the SIA, social impact assessment, rehabilitation and resettlement, and corporate social responsibilities. So we have three keywords here from the community front. So you can have another prelims question, probable question, which among the following are not part of the or are part of the community front as per the new BRSR format, which is being brought up by the SEBI, that is Securities Exchange Board of India, is under community front. It follows or it has social impact assessment, rehabilitation and resettlement, and corporate social responsibilities. Now again, from social related aspect, we also have the consumers. So now we will focus from consumers perspective. The companies have to make disclosure in regards to the product labeling, about the product recall and complaints, and also in regards to the data privacy and about the cyber security. So which are the following which are part of the consumers, which are part of the social related disclosures which the companies have to make as part of the ESG norms, that is environment, social and government norms, is under consumer is the companies have to make disclosures on product labeling, product recall and complaints, data privacy and cyber security. So again, this is again crucial from prelims perspective, from consumers, from community perspective, from prelims. It is the which among the following: SIA, rehabilitation and resettlement, R&R, and social corporate social responsibilities. From consumers, product labeling, product recall and complaints, and data privacy and cyber security are the one. So we have focused or analyzed at length in regards to the new BRSR format by the Securities and Exchange Board, which is now new disclosure norms and sustainability. So this is crucial information from economy for both prelims as well as mains perspective, because we have analyzed at length in regards to the ESG, that is environment, social and governance norms. Again, in regards to the social related, we have focused workforce, value chain, communities, consumers. Again, from community front, consumer front, we have looked at what constitutes in community front and consumer front. So this is definitely from mains perspective, and I hope this session was an informative, knowledgeable, both from mains and prelims perspective from UPSC. So I would say a very big thank you to all and a good luck to you all. Do maintain consistency, stick to your schedule and take care of your physical health and mental health. And do not forget to like the video, share the video and subscribe the English Medium AKSIS Academy English Medium YouTube channel. And do not forget to have access to the website and Telegram link of AKSIS Academy, that is Advanced Knowledge System. And then see you again tomorrow with the DNA, that is Daily News Analysis. Then till then, thank you, goodbye, and then take care.